Ladies and gentlemen, one of the most dangerous things you can ever encounter in life is a person who thrives in deceit. Someone who operates in shadows, manipulating reality itself to serve their own twisted ends. But here's the thing. The moment you see through their game, the moment you expose their illusions, they react. And not with reason, not with humility, but with calculated, often malevolent intent. Now, why does this happen? Why do corrupt individuals respond with hostility when their deception is revealed? It's because they've built their world on a fragile scaffolding of lies. And when the truth shakes that foundation, they panic. They lash out. They scheme. They double down. And that's precisely what we're going to discuss today. The 7 things evil people do when they know that you know, because understanding these patterns isn't just about recognizing malevolence in others. It's about protecting yourself, standing your ground, and ensuring that you don't get dragged into the abyss of their deception. So listen carefully, take notes if you must, because knowledge is the first weapon against darkness. And today, we are sharpening that weapon. When confronted with the truth, those who operate through manipulation and deceit will often resort to outright denial. They will look you in the eye and insist that what you know, what you've seen, and what you've uncovered is simply not real. They will reject evidence, twist facts, and create an alternate version of reality where they remain innocent and untouchable. But denial alone is not enough. To further destabilize you, they engage in gaslighting, a psychological tactic designed to make you doubt your own perception, memory, and even sanity. They will say things like, "That never happened," or "You're imagining things," even when the proof is undeniable. The goal is simple: to make you question yourself so deeply that you eventually surrender to their version of reality, giving them back the control they so desperately seek to maintain. When exposed, manipulative individuals rarely take responsibility for their actions. Instead, they immediately shift the focus away from themselves, redirecting blame onto someone else, often the very person who uncovered their wrongdoing. They will create distractions, bringing up unrelated issues, past mistakes, or even fabricating new accusations to put you on the defensive. Instead of addressing the truth, they make it about your flaws, your supposed misunderstandings, or your intentions, attempting to paint themselves as the misunderstood party. They may say things like, "You're just trying to make me look bad," or "You're the real problem here." By flipping the script, they force you into a position where you have to defend yourself instead of holding them accountable. This tactic works because it exploits your natural inclination to explain, justify, or prove your point, dragging you into an endless cycle of arguments where the real issue gets buried under layers of distraction. The more you engage, the further they pull you away from the original point, making it harder to pin them down for their actions. Once they realize that their deception has been uncovered, they move to damage control, not by correcting their behavior, but by attacking your credibility. They launch a smear campaign, spreading false narratives, half-truths, or outright lies about you to discredit anything you might say. They carefully craft stories that portray you as unreliable, vindictive, or even mentally unstable, ensuring that others question your motives before you even get a chance to speak. They go to mutual friends, colleagues, or influential figures and plant seeds of doubt, saying things like, "I don't know what's going on with them lately, but they've been acting strange," or "They have a history of exaggerating things." These statements, seemingly harmless on the surface, are designed to erode your support system, isolating you so that when you finally speak out, fewer people believe you. They might even fabricate stories of their own victimhood, claiming that you are the aggressor, the liar, or the manipulator, twisting the situation until you find yourself fighting an uphill battle, just to prove that you were telling the truth in the first place. When confronted with the truth, manipulative individuals often resort to playing the victim as a way to regain control over the situation. Instead of addressing their wrongdoing, they twist the narrative to make themselves appear as the ones who have been wronged. They exaggerate or fabricate their own suffering, portraying you as the aggressor, the betrayer, or the cruel oppressor. They say things like, "I can't believe you would accuse me of this after everything I've been through," or "You're hurting me by bringing this up." Their goal is to shift the emotional weight of the situation onto you, making you feel guilty for holding them accountable. By painting themselves as fragile, misunderstood, or unfairly targeted, they manipulate others into sympathizing with them, often rallying support from mutual friends, family members, or colleagues. People who don't know the full story might fall for this act, seeing them as the real victim, while viewing you as overly harsh or unreasonably confrontational. This tactic is particularly insidious because it plays on basic human empathy. No one wants to be seen as the one inflicting pain. In some cases, they may even resort to crying, withdrawing, or acting emotionally devastated to make you second guess whether you were too harsh in exposing them. This emotional manipulation not only shields them from accountability, but can also turn others against you, further isolating you and making it harder for you to stand by the truth. When deceitful individuals realize that their lies have been exposed and their manipulations no longer hold power over you, they often escalate their behavior in an attempt to intimidate, punish, or regain control. At first, this escalation may come in subtle forms: coldness, passive-aggressive remarks, or veiled threats. They may suddenly withdraw, giving you the silent treatment to make you feel guilty or uneasy. But if that doesn't work, they become more direct. They might spread rumors, sabotage your reputation, or even attempt to turn people against you. Using whatever leverage they have to make your life difficult, some will resort to outright aggression, lashing out verbally or emotionally, trying to break you down with insults, accusations, or emotional outbursts meant to destabilize you. Others might take a more calculated approach, attempting to manipulate higher authorities, spreading misinformation, or setting traps that make it look like you're the one causing the problem. In extreme cases, they may even try to ruin your personal or professional life, seeking revenge because they can't stand losing control. Their entire existence is built on deception, and once you see through them, they perceive it as a threat to their very survival. Instead of changing or admitting fault, they choose retaliation, hoping to scare you into submission or exhaust you to the point where you stop fighting back. Their goal is not just to silence you, but to make an example out of you, ensuring that others think twice before ever challenging them again. Recognizing these behaviors is not just about understanding evil, it's about protecting yourself from its influence. When manipulative individuals realize that you see through their deception, they don't apologize, they don't change. Instead, they deny, deflect, slander, manipulate, and retaliate. They will do everything in their power to make you doubt yourself, to make others question your integrity, and to force you back into silence. But here's the truth. The moment you see them for what they are, you gain something they fear: power. Power to stand your ground, power to refuse to engage in their twisted games, power to walk away with your integrity intact. The most dangerous thing to a person who thrives on deception is someone who refuses to be deceived. So stand firm, hold on to the truth, and never let the fear of their reaction stop you from seeing clearly and acting accordingly. Because once you know, you hold the key to something they can never take away from you: your freedom.